News that was not music to any of our ears, as yesterday, I think it was at the start of the KNC Masterpiece with co-host Bobby Belt, as usual. Eagles right tackle Lane Johnson confirmed he will be returning for a 14th season. This guy's a warrior. I think he's probably going to be a Hall of Famer. 35 years old, missed the final 7 regular season games for Filthy, and the numbers are pretty obvious when he plays and when he doesn't.
Yeah, they were like 8-2 with him and 3-5 if you count the playoffs without him.
They couldn't protect as well. That was for damn sure. When Kelsey left, everybody was like, oh, is this just going to ruin everything? It was like, nope, they were still pretty good as soon as Kelsey left. Like, Juergens did fine. Lane is one that when he's been out of the lineup consistently over the years, they can't block as well.
Yeah.
Since they drafted him in 2013, the record's 94, 41-1, and 15-28 when he doesn't play.
Oh!
It's Trent Williams numbers. Or old Tyron Smith when Tyron used to be out.
That's his Hall of Fame speech right there.
Or
whoever presents him,
yeah.
Whoever presents him just says that number, and it's pretty simple.
It'll be the Eagles O-line coach that Sirianni forced out,
right? And that'd be pretty simple. That's the number that you point to, because that is as telling as it gets as to how impactful he could be, just by that cheat code of a move he has, really too. I mean, he's good. I mean, he's good anyway, but he's got he basically came up with that. He mastered
the stance,
that step, that hook, that rock back step, and I mean, he's got 2 steps on the defender before the ball's even snapped.
He created the. He's like James Harden, just forwarding the gather step.
Don't you got to go,
man? You know, every day that my youngest at the house, he's dribbling the basketball. And he goes, is this a travel? Is this a travel? I'm like, yeah, it's a travel. Yeah, it's a travel. He goes, no, it's not. He goes, it's the gather step. And I'm like, there's literally no such thing as the gather step.
There is.
Now there is.
Do they travel in youth sports?
The whole thing is LeBron James. It's.
Are you blaming LeBron for travels too?
It's Giannis.
I blame Harden for the steps.
It's Giannis with the dribble 6 steps and then yeah, of course. Oh, it's awful. They call it more. But they try it. It's bad, man. Every time.
Speaking of filthy, Patriot fans are going crazy because A.J. Brown went on the Julian Edelman podcast and gave a little wink when he was describing what Mike Vrabel was like with him as a rookie in Tennessee.
So Vrabel is the type of coach, he's going to call on you in the meetings. He's going to make sure that you're staying engaged. And he's gonna go over the keys to victory of the week, and you better know him like to the back of your hand, right? And so I used to write in my notebook because at the time I didn't really like Vrabel. I didn't like him. I admit that, he knows that. And so I used to write, I hate Vrabel, I hate Vrabel, I hate Vrabel, right? But I was doing that to pretend like I was right. I was taking notes to look like I was engaged, but because he was so hard on me when I was a rookie and I didn't really understand it. And so it was at the time I told Vrabel, I was like, hey, like I'm humble already. You don't gotta humble me. But I really didn't understand what he was trying to, push me to be, And another little quick thing, he showed a clip. I ran like a bang 8 and I scored and he praised me. And so I was kind of feeling good about myself, right? I'm a rookie. And a couple of plays later, he showed me another play with the bang 8 and I get tackled. And he's like, what's the difference between the first play and the second play? And he was like, you're tired. He was like, that's not going to cut it, And he was like, that same mentality, what you show in the first play, you should do that all the time. That's who you are. Like this right here, that's not going to cut it. And so, but when I say he holds every single player accountable from top to bottom, I don't care who it is, like that's who he is. And it makes the team come together because nobody's bigger than the team. Nobody's bigger than the program. So you have to respect it.
So Edelman follows up with like, you're going to be a Patriot, right? And then he gave like a wink and they're like, oh my God.
Mike Vrabel.
So Patriot fans are having fun with that.
That's a little more than Max Crosby just saying, I love your game, bro. Keep shining.
Yeah.
But it is funny that the whole story starts off with, I hate Vrabel, but you're like, oh, he's definitely coming here. He hated Vrabel. But he is.
That's mass love, mass whole love.
They ended up being he ended up being a big fan of A.J. Brown because that was kind of the beginning of the end was when A.J. Brown got traded and Vrabel, they show him in the draft room, but he's just pissed and he fought them on that, and John Robinson just went ahead and did it.
A Miami police officer is warning the next city that has Tyreek Hill. Man, this is kind of vicious.
Yeah, it is.
The cop who arrested him that Sunday morning before the Miami game, I guess he retired, and he went and gave his honest thoughts on dealing with Tyreek. I guess it took a bit. This is from Danny Torres. But karma got you. Now that I'm retired, I can tell you how I feel. You're an entitled a-hole in capital letters.
Whoa.
And an embarrassment to the team and city that kissed your ass. I wish you the best and hope you're able to afford all that child support, especially now that you're unemployed. But I'm sure someone will pick you up and you will cause havoc in their team and city, just how you did Miami. Danny Torres, the Miami police officer. Man. Now, my first immediate reaction to this is why people hate cops. This is racial stuff that seems like he wants to burst out with. And then I was like, I could see Tyreek being an issue for that local police enforcement.
Yeah.
So my first reaction was, dude, what else are you? We should investigate your background. How many times were you written up by your police department? And then I was like, Tyreek is probably going to get in another incident, which is why I would not go ahead and trade George Pickens and sign Tyreek for less.
See, my grandfather never...
Still out of line overall to me.
My grandfather never, ever liked Randy Moss as a player his entire career because he was he worked in the sheriff's office in Huntington, West Virginia.
Well,
and he said the number of times that Randy was walked into that station, like while he was at Marshall, he said it was like somebody walking in for their shift. It's like, oh, okay, it's time for Randy to walk in.
Randy.
And he's like, he was just a pain. He was a pain in the ass. He was kind of a jerk. And so he never got over that. Even once Randy kind of Randy was difficult on the football field, but had kind of cleaned up and was not having problems off the field anymore. Randy was just... He could never get past that sort of thinking of just like, yeah, okay, a-hole, you'll get yours.
the other thing with Tyreek is I don't know how, people are going to jump at getting him anymore after the injuries, after all this. He's an older guy. He's 31 years old. His game relies on speed. He's still fast. It's not like he's not fast anymore. But, 4 years ago, he has 31 other suitors. Today, what does he have?
A record.
Kansas City.
Yeah, Kansas City.
The Chicago Bears are no more.
Indiana.
R.I.P. Chickilene.
Indiana unanimously passes a bill that will lure the Bears to the state of Indiana. It was a vote of 24-0. When else do you see 24-0 on a vote these days? Somebody's always got a abstain. But this is a meaningful step. It's in Hammond, Indiana, and the Bears are one of the teams that absolutely, could be. They're close enough to a state line where they could go across state line and it not be that big of a deal, right? I went and looked. It's less than 30 miles away from the city center of Chicago. Not very far. They would be there's a handful of teams.
So the Arlington Bears.
Yeah, it's Dallas it's almost Dallas to Arlington. Dallas to Arlington's a little shorter, but it's basically the same distance.
Not that big of a deal.
You're not going to be called the Indianapolis Bears.
No. You would be just a little bit over, right over the border. And
I think a lot of people are mixing this up. This is not a vote to make it official.
No.
This is just saying Indianapolis is welcoming
Indiana.
We'll pay for the stadium.
Indiana's going to pay for the stadium. They've got it. They're gonna welcome you.
I feel like it's a chess move. All right, your move, Chicago.
Your move. Right, absolutely. And Chicago just hasn't been able to get it done with a new stadium. They want a roof, I guess. This is going to be a domed stadium. But San Francisco, how far are they from the downtown? It's the city center of San Fran. It's 40 miles.
Yeah, it's far. So Frisco, Texas to Arlington, Texas, just the city centers It's 42 miles. Hammond is 29 from Chicago, so 13 miles closer than even the Cowboys' headquarters is to where they play.
9 teams currently are 10 or more miles from downtown. The average NFL stadium is 20 minutes from the city center of every city. That's the average. Now, again, some of this is skewed, right? San Fran skews some of this. We probably skew some of this because it's a little bit far, especially with traffic. But, I mean, it's not foreign to have teams play outside their city center by several miles.
All right, I have win totals for all 10 teams with brand new head coaches from Bet Online. All right? So we're going to go in alphabetical order. The Arizona Cardinals are up first. What do you think their over-under is? And we're going to play a quick game here. Give me the new head coach. Go.
LaFleur.
Okay. I totally blanked.
Yeah, I totally forgot who the Cardinals
And I'm
was.
just guessing that you're right. I don't even know.
I will say 5.5.
6.5.
5.5. RJ Choppy starting off Friday morning on a roll. The new head coach, this one's easy, of the Atlanta Falcons.
Stefanski.
2 for 2. RJ Choppy over-under is
8.5.
Woo! Coolest man off. Cool him off. The Ravens' new head coach.
It's Mentor, Jesse Mentor.
RJ Choppy. Over-under.
10.5.
Bobby Belt is on the board.
Hey, there you go.
I guess we should pick what you think they'll get, or I think it's more fun to guess the new head coaches. All right. Buffalo.
Joe Brady.
All right, Bobby Belt. Over-under.
10.5.
It is 10.5. Cleveland Browns.
Monken. Todd Monken. Todd Monken.
Bobby up the rear.
Todd Monken.
Cleveland's over-under.
5.5.
It is 5.5. Did you guys read my email?
No, I read the over-unders yesterday in an article.
The new head coach of the Raiders.
It's
Clint Kubiak.
Okay. Bob. I thought he was knocked out early on.
6.5.
Yeah, you don't need to guess over. You cheated already.
I didn't cheat. I prepped.
Yeah, you did prep. New head coach of Miami.
Jeff Hafley.
I would have forgotten that one.
Me too.
Their over-under is going to be 6.5.
5.5. Giants. Harbaugh.
I'll bet you their over-under is going to be higher than you think. I'm going to say it can't be 8.5, 7.5.
It's 8.5. Go with that initial gut instinct. Bobby, the next head coach, the new one in Pittsburgh is.
God, why am I blanking?
It's Mike McCarthy, baby.
Who?
Huh?
Who?
Over under.
It's their 9.5.
I'll say less than that. I'll say 8.5.
It's 8.5 for Big Mike and maybe, possibly, Aaron Rodgers.
No, it is McCarthy.
Aaron.
And then the final one, the new head coach in Tennessee.
Saleh.
Yes.
Yeah. I almost want to say 4.5. It's not going to be that low. I'll say 5.5.
It is 5.5. So those are the over-unders for the new head coaches. Wanted to see how quickly you could name them.